I really have to get better with making these videos. I really do. By better, I mean, better quality, better edits, more consistency, discipline, main things. Um, but yeah, I moved to Atlanta, so let's get into it. I came from Americus, Georgia, South Georgia. If people don't know, born and raised there. I was working in Albany, and I moved here from there. Now, it's several reasons to why I moved, but the main one is it just was time for a change, and moving here, people often see it as a risk, but I don't think it's a risk if you have a concrete plan for it. If you know exactly what you're gonna do, if you have a support system, if you have the financial funds, and if you have the mindset, I don't see it as a risk. I see it as an opportunity, and that's what I was offered, so I took it. It all happened so fast. That's how I knew it was meant for me to move here, and it was past due, or it was right on time. The biggest difference between Atlanta and my hometown, number one, the population. The population of people here is, houses are stacked on top of each other. You got like 10,000 people living in one apartment complex. You got probably 500 people living in one community or suburban area. That's the biggest difference about Atlanta, and just the pricing. The cost of living here, you at home, you probably $600, $700 for a 1 bedroom apartment. Here it's double. It's probably 1,200, maybe 1,500 for a 1 bedroom apartment. Okay, now it's several different places that I could have moved to, but I chose Atlanta because I'm very familiar with it. I have family here, and a lot of the things that I would like to do is here, and it's not too far away from home. It's in the same state that I'm from, and like I said, I got a support system here. I had a support system here long before I even thought about moving here, and all the dots just connected for me to come here. So here I am. Let's talk about this Atlanta traffic. Talk about bumper to bumper traffic. You know that traffic that you see on TV and movies where they bumper to bumper, everybody screaming, blowing their horns, yelling at each other. That is definitely downtown Atlanta. Definitely downtown Atlanta. That may be one of the few things I dislike about Atlanta, but I've been able to navigate that as well. Google Maps and Apple Maps are very different. Atlanta, you pretty much have to take the back roads more than you do the interstates and highways. It'll get you there, maybe a little slower, a little faster, but hey, if you can dodge traffic, then you're good. And another factor about traffic here is the water boys. Water boys are real. They are real, people. I'm telling you, they are legit. They can push you straight up on your window just like this. Want to buy their wild? They don't knock on your windows, but they definitely be too close for comfort for me. I'm not used to people just walking up on my car, advertising things. I guess that happens all the time here in the big city, but that don't happen in America. We just see people standing on the corner with newspapers. That's what I'm used to. You can see I've been here for just a little while. I've been in Atlanta for about 3 weeks now. Since I've been here, man, I've been eating so good. Like, I've been eating too good. Food just been so good and so seasoned here, and just oh my god. But my favorite two restaurants here so far is Gutbusters. It's a breakfast restaurant. I think they have lunch too. I'm not too sure, but I love their breakfast. And Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A been my favorite restaurant for a while now, but the salads here are so much fresher. So much fresher. And it's amazing attractions and events that happen in Atlanta. Since I've been here, I really haven't did too much of anything. I've been moving in good, making sure that I'm settled before I just start really going to different things and experiencing Atlanta the, I would say, Atlanta way, maybe. Of course, you got State Farm Arena, you got Piedmont Park, you got Atlanta Motor Speedway. Um, it's several different venues and events and historical features that Atlanta has. I can't name them all. I'm not even going to try, but definitely that's definitely a plus about being here. You get to experience so many different things and see so many different things. See the real culture of Atlanta and of Georgia too as well. But it's definitely at the top of my to-do list. Going to experience them. I'm an Atlanta Dream fan, so I probably go to more Atlanta Dream games than I do anything, and it's easier to get a ticket for that too. So that's one of the reasons why I go there instead. So let's talk about family. Family is one of the biggest reasons that I moved here. They helped me get here, and they been helping me out since I've been here. Um, and this just for me personally, this chapter of my life has been family oriented. I haven't always been the biggest family guy, but I do love my family and support them, and they support me as well. But I've just been more invested in them in this last year than I probably ever have in my adulthood. And it's really good to have supporting factors of family. I think family is the biggest pot of wealth you can pull from because it's almost everlasting. Because you have so many different people you can reach out to when you have good relationships and good connections and a good family heritage, and they have good bonds and connections with each other. They willing to help. They're always willing to help. You reach out to them and say, "Hey, we got you." That's always a good feeling. So go where you're valued, go where you're wanted, and go where you're loved. Wherever you go, I always do that. One thing about Atlanta that I've seen since I've been here, this BBL City for real. Not gonna lie to you, and I'm the type of guy, I'm a country boy. I like natural beauty. I'm not knocking anybody that has had any kind of surgery done to their body because I still be looking and it still look good. I'm just saying, I prefer natural bodies. But y'all, this BBL City for real, brother. Just in Atlanta in general, you have some places that are predominantly black, some places that are predominantly white, some places that you see a lot of Asian Americans, Hispanics, African Jamaicans, and that's one thing that really stood out to me. I see a lot of people here that look like me, but they don't sound anything like me at all because they come from different heritage, different culture, different upbringing. African Jamaicans, Haitians. They look just like me, but they don't sound like me. So that's something I'm still getting used to, and it's not hard for me to understand what they're saying unless they have a really thick accent because I actually grew up around a few people like that, especially Puerto Ricans. The sheer size of the buildings here have me in awe every time I go to Atlanta Station or I go downtown Atlanta. Like these buildings are humongous. Like I'm still sightseeing. I've been here 3 weeks, but I'm still sightseeing. Still not used to it. It kind of brings out the kid in me again. Um, it's a couple of bank buildings that are just massive, and it's another. I think it's a hotel. You can eat on top of the roof or something. Somebody told me about that. I got to look more into that. But that was a really big building, and it just really eye opening, really appealing, and give you a new sight of life. You know, Obviously I can't be still, so we're gonna stop the video right here. We're gonna do a promotion really quick. I'm Roscoe Williams, and I suffer from severe ADHD. So let's talk about the limitless opportunities of Atlanta. I call it the land of opportunities. Before I even moved here, I had already secured a job. Once I got here, um, I was very well trained, and they also had me explore other options. So I put my resume out in the Atlanta area, and I was getting endless amount of calls, people recruiting me, offering me positions and opportunities that I never could have gotten in the place to where I was. Um, I've been here 3 weeks and I already have a side job. It kind of landed in my lap. I was blessed with one, very fortunate for it. It was hard for me to get a side job back home. I'm not sure as to why, but I mean, I guess it just was meant for me to come here so that I can have my unlimited opportunities. And as you know, as you can see, I like to make content. So Atlanta is big on content as well too, and the people here, even just out and about, I see people recording. I see people shooting movie sets. I ran into a couple of different things already, just being out exploring Atlanta, and just the opportunities here are for anybody. It's room for everybody here. It's a lot of people moving to Atlanta. Um, they rebuilding, excuse me, they expanding the interstates and they building new houses, building new apartments. So they making room for the people. So there's plenty of room here for people, you know. So don't ever think that it's not. And not just Atlanta, any big city, any city that you want to go to, it's room for you there. You just have to find the right. It has to be the right fit. So I've been growing my hair probably for about a year now. The same person has been cutting my hair probably since I was like 8 or 9 years old. His name Wendell at Mercer Barbershop. Shout out to my guy. Um, so as you imagine, I'm loyal to my barber and to my stylist. My cousin's mama does my plaits, braids, twists, everything. So I was kind of panicking when I moved here because I don't want nobody to mess up my head for it, especially cutting it. But as you ride around Atlanta, you see 100 plazas. Like everywhere you go, if you count on how many plazas you see, just riding around the perimeter of the 20-mile radius of downtown Atlanta, you'll see a lot of barbershops, a lot of braid places in different plazas. So I called a few and I shopped around a little bit, and I finally made a decision. I went to this guy named Dean Davis, and he got a barbershop in a plaza in Ellenwood, DeKalb County. It it's pretty cool, man. He had a nice setup. He cut me up pretty good, and ain't nothing like that home cut though, like that barber that really know you. But I know once we build up that chemistry, he gonna have me looking fresh as a peppermint. And my stylist, um, her name is on Instagram is Z Nicole. I'm gonna drop it for you Atlanta people. Like she hooked your boy up. I'm gonna put the video up here. Like she really did her thing, and she was very affordable. It's an app called StyleSeat or StyleSeat, if I'm saying that right. In Atlanta, it lets you see all the different stylists and everything. I'm not sure if she's up there, but I went through a friend to get to her, and she's legit. What has impressed me the most about the majority of people I've met my age, older or younger, they legitimately have business about themselves. And what I mean by that is everybody here has a side hustle and they working on their own business. They have a main job, a side hustle, and they working on their own business on the side. And they will put you on game to whatever. They will put you on game to whatever you're looking for. They'll connect you to the right person, everything. And the mindset here is just like growth and innovativeness. And I really, really like that compared to the mindset back home where it was pretty much complacency and lack of change. So, and not everybody want to give young people a chance. Not everyone want to give young black people a chance. You know, and it was tough because the more you grow and the more you learn, you feel like you should have an opportunity to display your talents, but it ain't meant for everybody to see what you really made of because they don't deserve it. And when I left, both professionally and personally, some people weren't happy with me leaving. I didn't give, two F's about it because at the end of the day, I got to deal with it, whether it's good or bad, and whatever situation I'm in, I'm gonna make it good. That's just who I am, and that's just what I stand on. I came from hearing gunshots every night to hearing airplanes go over my head every night. So you can't tell me I can't make it here. You can't. I'm on a mission that comes with money, but money is not my mission. I know some people motivated by money, that's fine. I'm motivated by genuineness, real connections. That's what I'm motivated by more than anything. And nobody can stop me. I'm more than convinced that I can't be stopped because I've been put in positions over and over again, and I still stand. I'm going on a cruise in May. That'll be my next vlog that I actually do. And I can promise you that I'm going to post that one. So far, I love Atlanta. Who knows how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna make the best of it. And y'all gonna see the difference. Y'all gonna see the difference. Especially the ones who are closest to me. And before I moved to Atlanta, the only person I told about this was my little sister. And I hold her very dearly, and I always trust her word and her advice as she do mine. Sometimes when you make a big move, you can't tell anyone. You got to keep it to yourself, so you can always have a clear heart and a clear mind. I think that's the best way to know if it's really for you, because it's solely you making the decision, weighing your pros and cons. And if everything lines up, what you waiting on?